Hi, Megan McGinnis here at the Summer Fancy Food Show. I'm with Anita Shepherd of Anita's Coconut Yogurt. Anita, thank you so much for coming today and being here.
Thank you.
So for those who aren't familiar, give us a little bit of a background on just how you came to build this brand and what you do.
Great. So we started 4.5 years ago. We're based in East Williamsburg, Brooklyn, right here in New York. And our product is a pure coconut milk yogurt. It's just coconut milk, coconut water, and live cultures. We use our own proprietary blend of cultures that no one else is using right now, which we worked with the probiotics lab to customize specifically for coconut. So we don't use additives. We just use the cultures to give us the texture and the flavor.
You have been starting to scale up. Can you talk to me just a little bit about that process and the challenges that you maybe have faced during that?
In scaling up, we've had to switch suppliers so that we can have suppliers that will allow us to scale. We've had to switch our production so that we can have equipment that will allow us to scale. So the challenge right now is maintaining the same quality we had before, being able to scale it up so we can get it to more people. I feel like a lot of brands struggle with, you either have a brand where a lot of people complain that they can't find the product and they want to be able to buy it, or that it's out of stock, or you face an issue where you're trying to scale up and people are unhappy with the product because the quality is different. So we're in the middle of that right now where we're trying to get the product out there to more fans, but at the same time keep the quality consistent with what they're expecting.
So in January, there was a quality control issue, and you had to take some products off shelves. Can you kind of go into what happened there and that whole process?
Yes. So we, for the history of our business in Brooklyn, we're making the product in our own facility in Brooklyn. And we have kind of micro dairy equipment, which typically would be sold to like a mom and pop farm who have a few cows. The demand grew, and along with that, our production grew. We were using the same equipment, running overtime, running double shifts, maximizing square footage wall to wall. And it was really difficult to control the quality, even though we were making it ourselves, doing that because we were just running full time. So I got to the point where I decided this just isn't working. We have to do something differently. And that's the point where we started to look for manufacturing partners that could help us scale. We make a product that doesn't fit the mold. We're not using the same variables as dairy, and at the same time, we're not using the same recipe as other non-dairy.
So specifically with the quality control from January, was that feedback from retailers or consumers, and how did you go about just talking with them about it?
Yeah. We have just tried to maintain complete transparency with our customers. We've lost a lot of business as a result of pulling product, making product, and then deciding this isn't good enough for the customers, so we're just going to donate it because it's still usable, it's still good, it's just not up to our standards or their standards. So really, all we can do is maintain really good communication. Sometimes it feels like there's no news but bad news, but I would rather give bad news than no news. If anything, when I have no product on the shelf, I feel like the only thing I can do is try to get people to relate to what I'm going through as a solo entrepreneur, being in it all on my own. We don't have investors. I don't have partners. Really just hoping that I can ride off of that, because in other ways, I don't have much edge over brands that are better funded than I am, or bigger than I am, or have more influence than I am. Sometimes all I have to go on is my story. So it's really just about communicating the story and being honest, especially with the retailers, a lot of the higher up guys in like Whole Foods, for example. I was very timid about reaching out, about letting them know when we had problems, about over communicating. Like, I hate to say it, but as a woman, you know, people tell you that you talk too much, or that, and nothing could be further from the truth. I was just so thankful that I was encouraged to keep the communication open and keep it, you know, keep it going, because they do appreciate it, and that makes all the difference. Because like I said, on paper, I don't have another way to compete.
So now that you've communicated the story, you've chosen to build your entire brand off of this quality component. What does the next step look like for you in 2018 as you move forward?
So the next step really is just about like refocusing everything. Last year we had flavors, we had different sizes, we were doing food service. We've had to cut all of that out to just focus on our flagship product, which is the 16-ounce plain. It's what I built my brand on. There's other products I was working on. I've had to put those on the shelf, and really it's all about laser focus.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today. I really appreciate it. And enjoy the rest of the show.
I will. Thank you.